Rob got a death stare going. I wonder why. Why you got a death stare, Rob? Because Jerome Powell? Jimmy Joe? Jimmy Joe. What is going on, friends and family? Happy Friday and welcome back to Sin City Crypto Live. I am one of your co-hosts, David, and today we are talking about Fed Chair Jerome Powell literally just crashed the markets. Stock market's down, the crypto market's down. We'll talk about all that, and we'll cover his speech at the Jackson Hole Conference and what it means for us and the economy moving forward. We're also going to talk about China and their metaverse, and also 50% of Bitcoin trading volume is fake. We'll talk about that. Before we get into the content, though, quick disclaimer. Nothing that anyone says on this channel should be taken as financial advice. So please, as always, do your own research. With that being said, I'd like to introduce you to your other co-host, Big Rob.
Hola! It's your boy, Big Rob, back in the house. Welcome to Sin City Crypto. If it's your first time checking us out, we are an entertainment-focused cryptocurrency channel where we take the old, the boring, and the stale information and we package it up in a fun and sexy way. Also, here at Sin City Crypto, we don't just do live streams. We've been loading up afternoon shows.
Loading them up, baby.
Every day. We got more in the pipeline as well. And also, we got some stuff in the works for the NFT convention, an NFT and metaverse convention here in Las Vegas, in our own backyard. So stay tuned for that. And
are we
won't
gonna
miss any videos if you got the notification bell hit?
Are we gonna do the Miami thing where we take the mobile studio and go down there, or what do you think?
I mean, what are we recording with iPhones?
My man.
All right, that's what I thought. Hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Stop playing around right now. This is David's favorite prop that we have in the studio.
My favorite. I don't know what I would do without it.
Also,
I love the tape is coming out on the side. Love it.
can y'all see the tape coming off on the side?
Yeah.
It's
for someone,
it's seen better days, that's for sure.
For someone who's as a perfectionist as you are, I'm surprised you let that slide, my friend. You're pretty.
Look, man, you know why it's falling apart?
You're pretty A-word
there
when it
isn't
comes to
enough
that
likes. If there was more likes, it would. It's like
that's a good one.
It's like the Christmas spirit. The more people that believe in it, the
Okay, let me ask you. Okay, off topic. When was the first time you found out Santa Claus wasn't real? Do you remember how old you were?
You know what it was? I actually found a Sega Genesis. That's how old your boy is here. I found a Sega Genesis in the closet.
My very first console was a Sega Genesis.
Yeah, so I saw the Sega Genesis in the closet, and then I was like, "Oh, dang, that's what's up." Sega Genesis.
What is this? What is it called?
Sega Genesis.
I don't know what it is.
It's like a Nintendo.
Wow, Rocco's way older. Okay, what was your first one, Rocco? Atari?
No, it was called Leonardo. It looks like a.
Is it a flying machine?
It was a thing. It was a brown box with one cartridges. That's it. That's what it was.
The 1920s were good, huh?
They were great. Remember?
It was actually a checkerboard with.
Yeah, used to warm it up with coal, and then when it were warmed up, the game started.
Just pour some espresso on top.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Why
curious.
am I not surprised the video game system in Italy is called Leonardo?
Yeah, there's no way they're gonna call us Commodore or whatever.
Listen, chat. How old were you when you were first found out Santa Claus wasn't real? I'm curious. Put your age in there. But what age?
Hold on, time out. Hold on. Santa's not real?
You know my my
so
9-year-old
I saw
copy.
I saw the Sega Genesis under the tree with the name Santa from Santa on there, and I was like, that ain't from Santa, bro.
You know,
that ain't from Santa.
I'm surprised they haven't tried to cancel Santa yet. Anyways, we have a lot to talk about today. The markets. By the way, thank you, Marky Mark, for giving us a little quick view of what the markets are doing. The Dow is tanking. Nasdaq's tanking. Bitcoin, I don't know if it's tanking, but it's down about 5%. But we'll go over all of that. And we're going to go through Jerome Powell's speech in full, and we will talk about it. So, as a part of our community, we just ask you to stay engaged, be in the chat, and that's it.
All right.
But first, I would like to show something I found that I thought was pretty cool. So this is the top brand intimacy rankings for 2022. So essentially, it's consumers and how intimate, how close, how tied they feel to these brands. You're going to be
They
surprised.
making a 6 with this.
Listen to me. You're very surprised what you're going to find, okay? So you got Disney, Tesla, Apple, Sony, YouTube rounding out the top 5. Shout out to YouTube, our what are they? Our employer. And then, you have your Nintendo, Porsche, car, Costco, Amazon, and then bam, look at number 26. Look at number 26, Cardano. Amongst behemoths in the traditional world, it is even ahead of Bitcoin. So at surface level, we kind of already knew the Cardano community was super tied to the project, super tied to Charles Hoskinson, very passionate, right? I mean, we see it from the numbers, 70% of the total circulating supply is staked. But this right here, this is outside of the crypto universe. Within the likes of companies like Apple, like Microsoft, like Tesla. Are you surprised, Robin, that this Cardano is this high or that it's even ahead of Bitcoin? What are your thoughts?
At first, when I first saw it, I was surprised just because you figure Ethereum, Solana's always got a lot of hype behind it, especially with institutions. And it seems like this is a lot of just institutional brands. I mean, realistically, when you look at the list. So it's crazy to see a community driven project on there, and especially even ahead of Bitcoin,
ahead of Tylenol, Google, ahead of Toyota, Walmart. I mean, ESPN.
I'm surprised that Whole Foods is above. And
I don't see the Fiat brand up here. That's the Italian brand, right? Oh, look, Sega. There you go.
Oh, there you go. Rocco, Sega, right there.
59. No, this is international.
Yeah, this can't be. We got Costco, Whole Foods up in here.
Aldi. Isn't that European? Didn't we drive by an Aldi and
Yeah.
Volvo is not American. Volvo is Swedish. Barilla, there you go. That's Italian. Barilla. They sold it? Yes.
What does a Barilla? What Barilla? What does a Barilla mean in Italian?
Okay. So this was pretty interesting. Nike's pretty low. Now, this isn't, guys, remember, this isn't a list of the most well-known brands. Intimacy. How tied the consumer is emotionally to these brands.
What does Prego mean? What is it?
Prego.
Oh.
So it doesn't mean you're pregnant?
Oh, Prego.
It's Prego. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
What do you guys think? Chat, are you surprised or are you not surprised? Put a yes or no. Cardano made the first cryptocurrency, one of two, Bitcoin and Cardano. That's it. You don't see ETH on there. You don't see Solana on there. You don't see Cadena on there. HB. Cadena Homer in the group. So just something cool I figured I'd share with you guys.
So real quick, let's before we get into it, let's jump on that roll call.
Almost forgot.
All right, so first in the chat we got Anime up in here. Round of applause for Anime.
It's
I know
not
that's Anime.
Can you no wait. Can you imagine the poor people's names you butcher day in and day out? They come to this show, they're part of our community, and they have to hear their name butchered every single day.
Crypto and Yogurt, Jimmy. We also got Peter K. We got Tiffany A. I'm not sure how to pronounce that last name. How do you say that last name, David?
I'm not even sure what you're looking at.
Tiffany Abadabadoo.
Tiffany Yabadabadoo. That is my wife. Hello. Hello, sweetheart. I don't see my family much during the week. So, miss my
He's
wife.
like, oh, there's Dad.
Daddy.
And then you got Handy. We got Redman, Brokioshi, Marky Mark. We got Yazin, Strictly Sports, Blake, and JBFL, Why You Loud Gang, Matt K, and then HP, Big Chili Willie, Shizzy, and Tox.
I feel like I haven't seen Broke Yoshi in here a while. He's in here, right?
Broke Yoshi. Broke Yoshi. Yeah, I think.
Hey, Rob, what are we going to do when we got like 2,000 people in the chat? How are we going to do roll calls? Is it going to be like the first 50 people in the chat? Is it going to be members?
We're going to do a members only video. it just
roll call?
Off. Just a roll call video.
Every day before 5 minutes before the show, we'll upload a members only video where we call you.
And Lala's up in here too. I don't know if I said that.
Anyways, you guys, welcome. Thank you so much for continuing to join us and being a part of our community. We are growing and we're excited.
And Chris K. Is he new?
Chris K. He is new.
Chris. Welcome to Sin City Crypto. If you guys are new here, first time checking us out, say hello so we can drop an hola right back at you. Just in case you didn't know, the holas here do not have an H. They are Portuguese in style. O-L-A. And then, well.
Robin?
What's up?
I don't want to waste any time.
No?
Markets are tanking.
What?
Where are we at, bro? What are we looking at here?
Dang, the markets are tanking. I wonder why that is. All right. So taking a look at Bitcoin, we are sitting at $20,687.88. So we did have the Jerome Powell's live stream. We're not the only ones live streaming. So Jerome Powell from Jackson Hole straight up dug a hole for the crypto market and threw Bitcoin and the stock market in there. So
hold on. Question.
What's up?
Has he shoveled the dirt back on top?
That man ain't gonna get his hands dirty. You know he got his people doing that. Holding those back hose, one of his side hose. I'm not sure which one
over there.
But
oh, okay.
Jimmy. Oh, damn. We got a $10 super chat up in here.
He said, okay, so Jimmy said, get a new desk because it looks scratched. What? Where? We just bought this desk like 3 weeks ago.
Although
Shut your ass up. You were there with us at the furniture store. It was brand new out of the box.
And then after we brought it in, we're like, we should have got the 8 foot long one.
Yeah. Either way, thank you, Jimmy.
We went from $21,791, and we straight tumbled all the way down to 20,600. We're just slightly above that right now. So now we are testing the $20,000 mark. I feel very insecure, not with myself, but with the price of Bitcoin holding this $20,000 mark.
No, man.
And I don't know, man.
Look, Bitcoin would have and should have gone below 20K. I mean, we're sitting at 21.5 and we're at 20,700. There is extremely strong support at 20K. I just think there's too much going on.
So zooming out here, do you got any charts on Bitcoin today? If not, here I'm just going to talk about it.
Go ahead.
I don't know. I don't want to go too far ahead of the curve if you do. But real quick, zooming out. So this is a 3-month chart, just to give you perspective on how long we've been at this zone of support. And as you trade longer sideways or consolidate, think of it as a spring pulling back. And when you finally break out, the longer that you trade in a certain channel, the larger the move generally. So, we were anticipating the break to the upside, which, we were making higher highs and higher lows in the 2-month window here. So we were in the right direction, but we've had a massive pullback. So we had a pullback from 24,000 just a little over a week ago down to 21,000. And now with this very bearish news and uncertainty in the global markets, I am fearful that we are going to be testing the teens once again. David, what is your immediate pushback on that or confirmation? Do you think the teens are this weekend, man? I'm telling you, I think by Sunday we're at 18,000.
I'm looking at the Dow down 700. I'm looking at the Nasdaq's down 3%. S&P's down 2.5%. Bitcoin Bitcoin is almost back to 21,000. So now being very new in this macro environment, right? Bitcoin's never been in this macro environment. So I can't look back and say, this is how I reacted, this is how usually reacts. But we've seen when news like this typically comes out, the reaction in the crypto market is almost immediate. And so if you have this is my chart. Okay, so this is a 1 hour chart on Bitcoin. As soon as the press conference broke and people started talking about it, we dipped down.
What's your notification down there? What is that?
5%. And
what's that say?
Explore Web3 or Brave Wallet. My Brave Wallet.
I thought your Pornhub subscription expired.
Hey, you leave Pornhub out of this. So we saw a move of less than 5% to the downside and move our way back up. We're at 20,700. So for me, you see the stock market tank immediately. Bitcoin started to and then rebounded. There's tons of support at 20,500, at 20,000, and 19,500. Me personally, I saw this as a positive. We knew it was going down. We all knew. Yes, do we agree that it was going down? If Jerome Powell didn't come out and say, we're heading in the right direction, we can ease up now. If he had said anything but that, I feel like, especially us in this room, we expected everything to drop. Yes, Robin?
I mean, that's, I don't think it's just everybody in this room. I think it's everybody on the planet.
And so if I told you we only dropped $800 on Bitcoin on this negative news and the stock market is down like 3-4%.
But the thing is we're at a major support zone. And so there's a lot of buy orders down there at 20,000. And, you know, especially with the
and we haven't even touched 20,000. We haven't even wicked down to 20,000.
Oh, well, that's the thing, man. You know, that's the average price. I'm sure on some exchanges they're getting closer to the 20,000, but
by the way,
20,600 is pretty much 20,000.
Before we forget, our bro Kiyoshi gifted 5 Sin City memberships to our community. Guys, this isn't Bro Kiyoshi's first time. Others have done it as well. This is why we have the best community. We are always looking out for each other.
Did we come up with a emoji? It was supposed to be in the Discord.
In the Discord, yeah. No, I don't think so.
So we'll look it over on the weekend, guys. For our members, you do get access to the emojis. They don't really provide any value other than comic relief, but hey, everybody needs a little laugh in their life. And so, if you guys want to design our next emoji for the chat, just drop that in our Discord. If you don't know how to get to our Discord, it is in the description. And then,
Robin,
what's up?
We have a new person in the chat.
Who we got in here?
Liminal.
Oh, Liminal. Hola! Welcome, Sin City Crypto.
Like subliminal, but
I thought
minus the sub because he's not, he's not subbed yet. Get it?
Linoleum.
What? Okay, we're getting today's show is too important to go too far off the path. So,
and also, by the way, guys, if you're new here, when we get to 65 live viewers, not 65 likes, but 65 live viewers, we open up the club and we do what Vegas does best. We have a Vegas party and we look at corny white man dance moves and we make fun of it as well. So,
oh yes. All right.
Also, let's take a look at the broader market as well, or the rest of the crypto market. Ethereum under the $1,600 mark. We were as high as $1,700. We did have the TA Genius himself, Forrest, on here breaking down the Ethereum charts. He was out here saying that if Ethereum fell underneath $1,600, I think actually right here in this zone, he was forecasting some significant pullbacks. So, you know, do you think Ethereum's going to rally?
Well,
opposite of the crypto market? I know you've been making that case all month, and I'm like, dude, you crazy.
Ethereum right now, and you can take a look at the chart here. Ethereum right now, so I did a long and a short margin pressure level. So I took the low here on the 12th of July, took the high on the 13th of August, and they literally match up perfectly. 1 to 4x, 2 to 3x, 2 to 2x in the local high and the local. So right now, and you can see like literally perfectly, 3x short level and the 4x long level right here, 1522. we didn't touch it, but we're not touching it either. So 1522 looks like very strong support if we go under 1353, and kind of force covered this yesterday. But not financial advice, but 1522 if you're looking for to scalp trade, take some profits.
What's that lowest margin level down there? And that seems like some massive support there.
This is the 1x short and the local low.
What is
1,000
that?
bucks.
1,000?
Yeah.
Yeah. That is not going to be broken.
We had a triple bottom there, so I doubt
unless you see a $10,000 Bitcoin, not going to happen. At least not before the merge.
Yeah.
After the merge, anything's on the table, because I'm telling you, that thing's going to disappoint some people. People going to be out here like with their Ethereum hats on and t-shirts. You going to wear your Ethereum t-shirt when the merge goes live? And then they're going to be like, "Oh crap. It didn't change at all. It looks exactly the same. All the same features.
Look,
all the same programs."
Yeah, but it's the hype alone, and you have the deflation. There's not going to be nearly as much selling pressure. There's going to be no miners. So I don't know, man. We just need, again, just like the whole Bitcoin scenario, when people were moving Bitcoin off exchanges, we talked about we need a catalyst. We need a catalyst. And if the catalyst comes, people flock to the exchanges, and there's no Bitcoin to buy, price goes up. Same thing with Ethereum. But in Ethereum, it's not just store of value catalyst. It's not just we need a spot ETF catalyst. It's not just retail catalyst. It's if DeFi gets going, that's a catalyst. NFTs get going, that's a catalyst. dApps keep building, that's a catalyst. So I think ETH has more of a chance for that catalyst because it's got more options, more practical options in the cryptocurrency market space, to where deflationary, bump it up a notch from the 1559 proposal. Selling pressure gone from miners. So those two alone, plus people have been taking Ethereum off exchanges as well, not just Bitcoin. They're taking everything off exchanges. And so imagine the people that A, want to speculate on price, retail, they're going to have to go to exchanges and buy. And B, the people that have to buy it to use it to pay gas fees, they're going to have to buy it as well. So that's why I'm more bullish on Ethereum making a big run up versus Bitcoin.
Oh, dang. Redman up in here dropping 5p. Speaking of Catalyst, Jimmy straight dropped a 10p super chat and started the ball rolling. And now we got gifted memberships out here. We got
Friday payday, baby.
Friday payday.
That's
okay. Hey. All right. So taking a look at the crypto bubbles real quick. We have everything in the red as expected, with the exception of David's favorite token, Luna Classic, up 10%.
Low is down 10%, huh?
Yeah, man, everything is in the red. There is blood in the streets. Taking a look at the weekly. So not everything is down for the week, but actually, you know what? Everything is down. That's a major project. The only thing that's here green, EOS.
And Cosmos is up 11%. That's a big project. What do you know about Decred, Robin? Have you done any deep research on Decred?
No.
Me neither. I feel like we should. I've been seeing that. I've been seeing it come up a lot lately.
Now, Crypto Fear and Greed Index 27. This is gonna flip because it refreshes in the next 6 hours. So we are gonna probably see in the teens, or do you think? And they're probably 21.
No, it'll be low 20s.
21, something like that.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we talked about it. There is maximum pain in the streets. Thank you, Jerome Powell. Hats off to Jerome Powell. Can we get a round of applause for Jerome Powell for crashing the market? My man.
700 points on the Dow.
If you have any money outside of a savings account, you are now down. NASDAQ down 3%. S&P 500 down 2.4%. The Dow Jones down over 700 points for the second time this week at 2.15%. Absolutely crushed across the board. Jerome Powell, he warns of some pain ahead of the Fed's at the Jackson Hole meeting. Do you want to pull up the video now, or are we?
Nah, we'll go over in a couple minutes. There's a few things I wanted to go over too.
Okay.
So I know the PCE numbers came out. Rob, do you have those?
No, I could not find those things.
So
Or
we
I
don't have a
couldn't find-
chart, but I know what the numbers are. So forecasted 4.7, came in at 4.6. PCE is essentially CPI minus food and energy. And the two biggest ones, the two biggest pieces of the pie are housing, which was flat in the month of July. And the second one was, I forgot. Anyways, housing was the biggest one at 23.1%. So they were talking about this yesterday. Analysts were talking about it, saying if PCE comes in over 4.7, markets are going to tank. But if it came in at 4.7 or under, the markets would be fine. But everyone freaked out because of what Jerome Powell said. And again, we have the video. We will discuss it here shortly. But what I want to do is I want to take a look at, so first of all, this is a Dow Jones. I got a few charts I want to share with you guys. This looks like a roller coaster drop, right? Just bloop. And then you have this green can like, oh, all right, we're getting into loop. Nope, we're keep going down. And so, but one positive thing I am seeing, and you see this more in the traditional market than you do in the crypto market because there's no days off. This gap right here, this gap's going to get filled. And this is a 1% gap. So $360 gap. This gap will get filled. Let's just say this is the bottom for the week or to the beginning of next week. If we move and fill this gap, we're looking at a 3.5% move to the upside. So that's something positive. Second thing, I told you guys I would keep an eye on the euro dollar. So this is the most liquid asset class in the entire world. Very, very literally all they focus on is what happens with interest rates in the short term. And they have been dead on every single time. Every single time. And so I'm looking and we're pretty stagnant. We're very, very flat. And you can apply the same technicals you do on any chart, which is Bollinger Bands. This thing is going to move. It's going to move big to the upside or big to the downside. If it moves to the downside, expect big rate hikes coming in September. Expect 75 basis points. If we see a move to the upside, I would expect something like 50 basis points or 25. I will continue to keep my eye on this for you guys. Also, the Dixie as well. We saw a little bit of a rally from the Dixie. If I go to the 4-hour chart, we have rallied over the last 8 hours down from 108. I know this doesn't sound like a lot, but $108.17 to $108.75. Are we going to retest this high again at $109? Hopefully not, but if they continue to raise rates, expect us to see that again. Now, here's something that, so this is the effective federal funds rate, AKA the interest rate. And we're at 2.33, okay? Why am I showing you this? This is considered neutral. Jerome Powell has said we're finally at a neutral level to where if we raise it, it'll start constricting the economy. If we lower it, it'll start expanding the economy. The chair for the Atlanta Fed in an interview today came out and said they would like to see, he would like to see this number at 3.75% at the end of the year.
Yeah, I think that's where they're going to get it.
It's another 1.5%. So we have September, October, and we have 3 more Fed meetings, right? Because they take a break in November or December, right?
Yeah, I have the
go ahead and double check on that. But if we got to go up another 1.5, another 150 basis points, what are we going to see in September?
So real quick, here's the chart. So we have the September 21st is the next meeting, November and December.
Hold on, bro. So they took an August break, then taking an October break too?
Yeah, man. Hey, it's Halloween, nice. Man. You know, the guys they gotta go ahead, Halloween party, dress up.
Do you think, now, Rob, I know this is pure opinion and speculation. Do you think we'll see 75, 25, 25 or 50, 50, 50? Or 75, 50, 25 or 50, 50, 50?
I think the 75 is off the table now.
You think 75 is off the table?
I think it's just going to be 50 across the board. That'll put us in at between 3.5% and 4%.
That'll put us at 3.8.
What the federal funds is an estimate, so right now it's in between 2.25 and 2.5. And so that chart, they just did the mean, which is 2.33. But technically it's between 2.25 and 2.5.
Now here's
so another 1.5 will put it in between actually 3.75 and 4.
Here's what worries me, though. We've talked about quantitative tightening, and the Fed wants to reduce their balance sheet, and their goal was $45 billion a month. Okay, and then in September they were going to double that to 90. They barely broke 10 billion in the month of July, so they are so far behind. If they do try to ratchet up to that 90 billion starting in September, it's just going to completely tank. So the whole idea of we're going to shed 50% of our balance sheet, I don't think that's even in the cards anymore. Plus, we just had Sleepy Joe turn the printers back on, even though they say it's going to be paid for. We know it's not. We know our.
Don't discount the amount of money that's going to be spent on that the technology infrastructure.
The chips bill?
Yeah, the chips bill, basically. That's going to come straight out of Texas. Yeah. So that's going to cause inflation as well. And then I did find a chart on, taking a look here. This one doesn't have the core PCE, but the overall PCE coming in at 6.3%, so down. And it is the core, even though I don't have a chart for it, is at 4.7. Down from 4.8. So this is in line with the overall inflation from the CPI. But I mean, you know what? There is a less steam in the economy. There's less purchasing. The housing market is basically in a reversal now. The car market's finally starting to calm down as well. And you're seeing just the retail sector. I mean, if you're not into the stock market and you're not into profit and losses, I mean, you can just go to your local department store and you see that the clearance section is absolutely full. I've seen a lot of posts online where Nordstrom's and JCPenney's have an absolutely bloated clearance section. They have tons of inventory, and some of the biggest concerns is that the clearance inventory isn't even moving. People aren't even buying stuff on sale.
Now it's the opposite. We have the supply, we just don't have the demand.
Well, on certain goods, but yeah, on our like
it is such okay. Like I have a hard time. Like I've been studying. I took economics courses. I've been studying like traditional markets through my time in the stock market or trading stocks and options, trying to wrap your mind around what's going on in the economy. And all right, this is how you solve it. But wait, no, just look at the jobs market. There's more jobs than there are people willing to work. But inflation's so high that even people aren't filling those jobs. So what do the employers have to do? They have to raise the rate. They have to raise wages, which they pass it on to the consumer, which gets inflation high. So they always talk about this job market being so strong. At the end of the day, you had the baby boomers. A lot of those people retired. And don't forget, we've had the basically the lockdown or the strong push against immigration, and so we didn't see any immigration during the lockdown period. So nobody was traveling from Europe coming here to the U.S. You gotta think a lot of people get in here illegally in the United States, or they come in here illegally, via just a vacation visa or whatever the means is, or to visit family, and then they never leave. Yeah.
And you know what? I am Portuguese, and we do have a few family members. There are a few Portuguese people here in the United States that share my blood lineage that came for vacation and never left. So I'm all too familiar with how that works.
Did you just out your family?
I didn't give names or social security numbers, but
last name starts.
But you know what? They ended up marrying anyways, so they're here legally. So it's not like they can get booted out at this point. But no. So you had basically the halting of immigrants or tourists as well that could potentially become immigrants. And also just made it very difficult to cross the border. It's not like people were crossing any borders during our lockdowns. So we were seeing a lack of immigrants, which do generally provide cheaper labor. And then on top of that, you had the baby boomers, not all, but a massive amount of baby boomers basically, retired.
They hung it up.
So,
I mean, okay, Robin.
What's up?
I don't know about you, but when the shutdown happened, I've worked since I was 15 years old. I got 3 kids. I've never had that much time off. And all the circumstances were terrible. It was nice, man. And when you don't have the stress of your job, when people were able to not pay their mortgage for a few months, they got a relief that way. And you don't have that stress and you're around your family and loved ones, you start thinking and you're like, you know what, man, I don't really like that job. I'm going to quit. Hey, I've been pondering retirement as a baby boomer. Maybe this is the time. Bam, retire. So,
oh yeah, that definitely happened. I mean, look at our YouTube channel.
Look at
our channel here today.
Yeah.
I mean, we are a product of unplugging from the traditional career path and basically being like, hey man, you know what? I don't have to work for somebody else, and I could, pursue ambitions and dreams, jobs of my own liking, YouTube or talking crypto, and that's how we came to be. And so there's tons of examples of the same thing going on as well.
Yeah. A couple things I also want to go over before we head into our first subject of conversation. So this is from the Atlanta Fed. So Atlanta Fed is in charge of essentially estimates of GDP growth. Now, we know it always starts high and it always seems to find its way below zero, but we're sitting at about 1.75%. So the estimated GDP for quarter 3 of this year is expected to come in at a positive 1.7%. Again, this updates, I think, every 2 weeks or every week or 2 weeks. And as we get closer to when the quarter 3 numbers come out, we will look at them more closely. But this one right here, last little chart, the S&P 500 performance by president. And it goes all the way back to Herbert Hoover. Or not all the way back. It has a few in there. So right now, you got Barack Obama in green. Red is Trump. Blue is Biden. And if we go here to the where we're at now, at the same point, Trump and Obama, the economy was up, or the S&P was up 27%. Biden, under the Biden administration, we're up 13%. If you look at George Bush, you throw him on there, we're terrible. So I don't know. What are your thoughts, Rob? I thought this was pretty cool. There's not really any digging deep I'm trying to do on this. Just kind of, you surprised?
On that, who's the green? Obama?
Obama's in green, yeah.
Obama printed a lot of money.
He also was a president coming out of the Great Recession. So obviously, when you're at a freaking the lowest point,
that's when Here's the thing: you're coming out of recession, and when what got us out of the recession back in during the housing market crash was basically the bailout of large corporations and the basically the first implementation of quantitative easing. If you're not familiar with quantitative easing is, it's a fancy word for we're just going to throw a lot of money at corporations. And so that's essentially what happened. They bought debt from businesses, and they didn't stop after the economy started rallying. They were like, hey, man, you know what? Our government's looking pretty good. We'd like to get reelected. Why don't we just keep sending money to the corporations? And so from that point throughout this man's whole presidency, that's one of the big factors. And not to mention, when you hit, some lows and you have a big crash, always on the back end, you always rally and come out of it. So,
Robin, are you ready?
Or what?
Are you ready to discuss what our friend Jerome, JP, what he said at Jackson Hole?
Yeah, I'm down. Let's go.
All right. So let's go ahead and look into this video. All right. We will pause sporadically and discuss what's been discussed. So without further ado, and I just have to forward here a little bit.
And good morning, everyone. Esther, thank you very much for the opportunity to speak here today. At past Jackson Hole conferences, I have discussed broad topics, such as the ever-changing structure of the economy and the challenges of conducting monetary policy under high uncertainty. Today, my remarks will be shorter, my focus narrower, and my message more direct. The Federal Open Market Committee's overarching focus right now is to bring inflation back down to our 2% goal. Price stability is the responsibility of the Federal Reserve and serves as the bedrock of our economy. Without price stability, the economy does not work for anyone. In particular, without price stability, we will not achieve a sustained period of strong labor market conditions that benefit all. The burdens of high inflation fall heaviest on those.
All right,
who are
hold
least able to-
on. So he said, without price stability, we can't keep a strong labor market. Hasn't this been what they've been harping on the entire freaking time? Isn't this the anchor to why we are not in a recession? Right?
Yeah. No, the thing is that they're two different metrics. So I mean, one's basically the Fed, they control interest rate, and then they monitor the jobs market, and basically
That's their two jobs.
yeah,
Jobs market, the economy.
But here's the
inflation.
thing: like they know affecting one, adjusting federal interest rates, basically affects jobs. And so if it's harder for you to borrow money, corporations don't borrow money, and people
they don't
aren't
expand, they don't hire.
Exactly.
I get that. I'm just saying, you came out and said, "Oh, inflation's high, and this where the economy's shrinking, but jobs numbers are great." And then it comes out and says, "But if we don't get inflation under control, jobs numbers won't be great."
I mean, but that's 100% true. Here's the thing: with inflation, you can look back in history. When you have out of control inflation, you have a jobs market that's basically getting underpaid, as people are quitting jobs. It's a negative all the way around. And so we can sit here and say, okay, well, inflation's up. I can ask my employer for more money, but you never fill that gap. Ever fill that gap? The gap is it moves too fast. And so, yeah, your employer might give you 10% more money, or 5% raise. But when you're talking about year over year, 10% over 8% the year before and 5% the year before. I mean, that's what we're looking at right now. And so, man, they need to do something. Here's the problem. I mean, at the end of the day, the federal government, Jerome Powell here, his homies in the central bank, they printed $6 trillion. $6 trillion in the course of 2 years. And so we somewhere between 4 to 5 times the money supply in circulation. And so that's where the inflation came from. And so now you're just waiting for it to play through the system. You're just waiting for inflation to peak and then slowly taper off. And all the while, you just don't want to crash the market and trying to taper it off. Or the jobs market.
Fanison brings up a good point. We lead in a global economy that uses our dollar. We need to stabilize for the rest of the world. Yes, we do. Problem is, we want to keep inflation under control. They're going to raise interest rates. But when we raise interest rates, the dollar strengthens and weakens the foreign currencies, which affects our exports. Good for our imports, bad for our... So that's what I was saying. It's just a messed up situation. Everything's so intertwined with the U.S. dollar that we try to do something to help the people living in this country. We affect the rest of the world. So what do we do? What do we do? I don't have the answer.
Like I said, the problem was that we printed way too much damn money. That's literally the problem. And now we're just dealing with the situation. It's like if you're the head of the household and you're only making say $50,000 a year, and you go and buy a $40,000 car. The fam bam's all like, "Hey man, what's going on here? We're struggling to pay the bills." But have you seen my Camaro? Your boy pulling up looking hella sweet. Also, so real quick, who was that we had in the chat?
Michael Knight and Fantasm. They're two
Fantasia. And who else we got?
You can't mess up this one. Michael.
And Michael. Hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto. If I messed up your name, my bad. And we're at 57 people in the chat. 57 people. We're only 8 away from opening up the club.
Yeah, you know what?
This is going to be an extravaganza. It's like an extravaganza.
You know what I want to open up?
What's that?
I want to open up this video again.
Okay.
All right, let's listen.
To bear them. Restoring price stability will take some time and requires using our tools forcefully to bring demand and supply into better balance. reducing inflation is likely to require a sustained period of below-trend growth. Moreover, there will very likely be some softening of labor market conditions. While higher interest rates, slower growth, and softer labor market conditions will bring down inflation, they will also bring some pain to households and businesses. These are the unfortunate costs of reducing inflation. But a failure to restore price stability would mean far greater pain. The U.S. economy is clearly slowing from the historically high growth rates of 2021, which reflected the reopening of the economy following the pandemic recession. While the latest economic data have been mixed, in my view, our economy continues to show strong underlying momentum. The labor market is particularly strong, but it is clearly out of balance, with demand for workers substantially exceeding the supply of available workers. Inflation is running well above 2%, and high inflation has continued to spread through the economy. While the lower inflation readings for July are certainly welcome, a single month's improvement falls far short of what the committee will need to see before we are confident that inflation is moving down.
What dude just said was 1 month of
we are moving our policy stance purposefully to a level that will be
CPI
sufficient.
inflation going down for 1 month. That
mean
ain't gonna have them pump the brakes.
No.
And dude's basically saying that pumping the brakes, hitting the gas, causes more havoc and more problems than simply slowing down. And I think we are going to basically the reason the markets are crashing is because he basically said, hey,
The pain's coming.
You know what? Pain is coming. And you know what? The inflation numbers are still exorbitantly high. It's supposed to be 2%. And until it comes down to 2%, we're going to keep raising our interest rates. And maybe we don't see the 0.75% basis. But
You know what upsets me? What upsets me is this all could have been avoided.
Jerome
Jerome
Powell
Powell
started this damn thing a year ago when we were printing at 4.5%.
Jerome Powell was onto something because when the market was hot in 2018, he started to ratchet up interest rates. And then Trump called him into his office, talked to him, and then Jerome Powell stopped hiking interest rates.
Do you
and
think when
actually
he
started
called him into
decreasing.
his office, he sat on his lap, on a knee?
I don't know, man.
Like that?
But you know what the conversation was? What are you doing? Economy's on fire. Going for a second term. You're ruining it.
For sure.
Stop it. He had the right idea, but he was a coward and he stopped. And the idea, guys, the whole point, you drop interest rates to spark the economy. But when the economy is already on fire, why do you need to spark it? You don't. You put yourself in a situation like where we are now. When the economy was hot, what they should have done is they should have ratcheted interest rates up slowly at that point. But no, it was like it was on fire. And instead of taking the fire extinguisher, they just took a whole thing of lighter fluid and dumped it on there. And look where we are now. Look where we are now. That's what upsets me so much. And it's not just here in the US. We have it good. Look at people in the UK. They have to spend 50% of their salaries on energy in the winter to try to stay warm and not freeze to death.
But the problem is what's on the horizon. And the fact that the Fed has pushed themselves into a corner right now. We are in a recession, and it looks like we're probably going to go deeper into a recession. I mean, if you take a look at the global situation when it comes to economics, Europe is absolutely getting destroyed. I mean, their energy price is 4 to 10 times the price it was at the beginning of the year. And on top of that, their inflation is almost, some people are talking about it could hit as high as 20%. Let that sink in. 20% for the European Union.
That's ridiculous.
What I'm saying here is that because they lower interest rates and they kept it so low for so long, they can't go back down to zero. Not right now and not anytime in the near future. And so they have no ammunition. And so what we've seen over and over again is when we go into a recession and our Wall Street and basically corporations, American companies, S&P 500, when they are about to go under, banks are about to go under, the U.S. government comes in with bailouts. and bailouts in the form of lower interest rates and quantitative easing, both which are not on the table right now. And so I'm kind of fearful because what happens if we do go into a recession? Global markets start crashing.
We're in a recession.
The Fed,
We're in a
no,
recession.
I'm saying like a deep recession. Like it just really, just falls off a cliff from here. Basically, the Fed has got no ammunition. They can't do nothing. And so in the past, they've come out and just thrown money at the problem, but that's not even on the table no more. And so I don't know, man. You gotta be careful, man. Stablecoin. That's all I gotta say.
And Fanison talked about China. True. Evergrande, literally one of the largest companies in the world, they defaulted, and people can't get money out. I mean, it's a global thing. And Michael said, if you don't slow price inflation, the lower class will riot. Absolutely. You put a family in a situation where they can't afford to feed their family. They're not going to let their family starve. Guess what they're going to do? They're going to go start looting stores. They're going to go wait outside of supermarkets when people come out with groceries, and they're going to go and they're going to rob them. Guys, when you're put in a situation where it's either my family is fed or your family's not, I mean, what are you going to do? It's a dog-eat-dog world, right?
David, real quick.
I know.
What?
I know what you're going to say.
What am I going to say?
Club.
That's right. We had 69 people in the club. Not only my favorite number, but it is also over 65. So without further ado, let's open up this damn club, baby. Yeah!
You're like a club promoter. Been a while. Guys, if you just joined us, you're like, what the hell are these guys doing? What kind of show did I tune into? Remember, we are Sin City Crypto. We are in the heart of Las Vegas. So we like to have fun here. We're an entertainment-focused cryptocurrency channel. So you will not only get great crypto information, but you will always get extra music playing in the background. On a serious note, if you are new to our channel, if you're new in the chat, please say hello. We'd love to welcome you personally to our crypto fam. Marky Mark, $20 super chat, dance club. Yeah, my dancers are so bad. Cue the Kenny G comment. Cue the Kenny Dad Moves comment. My favorite hater. Anyways, I want to get back to Jerome.
Sufficiently restrictive to return inflation to 2%. At our most recent meeting in July, the FOMC raised the target range for the federal funds rate to 2.25% to 2.5%, which is in the summary of economic projections range of estimates of where the federal funds rate is projected to settle in the longer run. In current circumstances, with inflation running far above 2% and the labor market extremely tight, estimates of longer run neutral are not a place to pause or stop. July's increase in the target range was the second 75 basis point increase in as many meetings, and I said then that another unusually large increase could be appropriate at our next meeting. We are now about halfway through the intermeeting period. Our decision at the September meeting will depend on the totality of the incoming data and the evolving outlook. At some point, as the stance of monetary policy tightens further, it likely will become appropriate to slow the pace of increases. Restoring price stability will likely require maintaining a restrictive policy stance for some time. The historical record cautions strongly against prematurely loosening policy. Committee participants' most recent individual projections from the June SEP showed the median federal funds rate running slightly below 4% through the end of 2023. Participants will update their projections at the September meeting. Our monetary
under 4% through 2023. So did you ever think it was going to go over 4%? So is that, when he says that, is that something you were like, all right, good, we're not going to be over 4%? Or are you just like, damn, 4%?
I think the economy literally will crash. I mean, the economy will break.
Does it need to, though? Does the economy need to crash?
No. I mean, when we talk about break, we're talking about banks going under. We're talking about like Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Chase, all of these major banks like going under. And I mean, if the bank goes, think about it this way. If the bank goes under, even if you don't own, okay, let's just say, for example, Wells Fargo. We're just throwing it out there. If say Wells Fargo goes under, and say your employer, even though you don't bank with Wells Fargo, say your employer issues checks out through Wells Fargo, you ain't gonna get paid. And then what does that look like? What does the cascading effects of that look like? And so when you talk about an economy breaking, like that's depression style, bro. That ain't recession. That's fundamental great reset, as people have talked about. And I mean, history shows it will happen at some point. And I think at this point, the rubber band is stretching hard enough. And with the Fed running out of tools to use, what do you do? I mean, honestly, you're going to get to a point if the global markets absolutely tank and Wall Street absolutely crashes and you have banks about to go under, you have two options. You just let it bleed out and you reset, or you basically again, hit 30% inflation, hyperinflation, and you just make everybody poorer and basically just take out of the population, and you inject it into corporate so they don't go under. And then all you're really doing there is still progressing the problem further down the road.
I'm telling you, man, it is a situation that I am happy.
But here is the beautiful part of all of this. All of that uncertainty. Here's the beautiful part. Is that we are in the remedy. We are in the asset class, in the financial sector, in the future technology of the world that literally avoids this. You can't print more Bitcoin. You can't print more Ethereum. You can't freaking manipulate. You can't go and just buy debt with some Bitcoin you just created. This is not in the wheelhouse of crypto. And crypto fixes all of this. All of it. Now, I'm not saying crypto's perfect, but in the environment of corporate corruption and politics, it doesn't play in those games. It doesn't play in those circles. Unless you're Elizabeth Warren and you want to try to ban the internet. But good luck.
Good luck. All right, I want to finish off with the last minute of what he has to say, and then we'll move on and we'll talk some crypto. So here we go.
And that brings me to the third lesson, which is that we must keep at it until the job is done. History shows that the employment costs of bringing down inflation are likely to increase with delay, as high inflation becomes more entrenched in wage and price setting. The successful Volcker disinflation of the early 1980s followed multiple failed attempts to lower inflation over the previous 15 years. A lengthy period of very restrictive monetary policy was ultimately needed to stem high inflation and to start the process of getting inflation down to the low and stable levels that were the norm until the spring of last year. Our aim is to avoid that outcome by acting with resolve now. So, these lessons are guiding us as we use our tools to bring inflation down. We are taking forceful and rapid steps to moderate demand so that it comes into better alignment with supply and to keep inflation expectations anchored. We will keep at. Thank you.
What interests me is, and that was his third lesson, right? So the other two we didn't go over, but he mentions Paul Volcker a lot. If you're not familiar with Paul Volcker, he's the man that came in the 1980s, drove the federal funds rate in the mid-teens because inflation
got as high as
18%, and inflation was at close to 20%. And he literally sent the economy into recession, but brought us out of a recession. And so when he says we look at that and we learn, I think that's what people freaked out about. Are we going to see in federal funds rate at 8%? Dare I say double digits? I don't think so, but I think that's what a lot of people were figuring out.
HP says, I feel like I'm at a funeral. Well, I don't know what kind of funeral you've been to that has club music and dance moves, but Nah, you know what? It is kind of like a funeral. I mean, honestly, you have impending dark times ahead. You have a weekend coming up where we're probably going to be testing the teens. I'm telling you, mark my words, we'll come in here Monday and be like, oh,
Mark
man.
your words, huh? What do you want? You want to bet something? Bet a grilled ham, egg, and cheese sandwich. With what, Rocco? What kind of sauce?
Chipotle.
Let me tell you,
barbecue.
when we were down in Atlanta, at one point we were at with the barbecue chicken pizza. Is that Rocco looked at David and he was like,
With this, like I've never seen someone look at me with such disgust.
Outside of the barbecue sauce comment, he looked at David and was like, he's like, you eat bacon with everything. He's like, you had a bacon, egg, and cheese croissant this morning.
It's American, man.
He's like, you had a bacon chicken sandwich for lunch, and then now you have bacon on your barbecue pizza. And I was just like,
Yeah, I was waiting for a triple mocha barbecue frappuccino next.
Says the
With-
guy
with
who
fried bacon
eats-
on top.
Says the guy who eats frappuccinos instead of drinking them. Anyways,
yeah, you know, he did have a frappuccino with a spoon.
he did.
No, I asked for a spoon for the whipped cream on top.
You ate the freaking frappuccino with the spoon. I have video. Yeah, I'll show it maybe.
Member only. Okay,
Maybe I'll
got
show
it.
it. On a serious note, let's move on to some good news. Guys, we have good news. MasterCard is working with Binance to enable customers to make crypto payments. This is sourced from the Daily Hodl. CEO Michael Maybach says that financial services company, MasterCard, is working with the world's largest crypto exchange by volume, Binance, to enable people to use their digital coins when purchasing from stores that accept MasterCard, aka every store. Maybach's statement comes as MasterCard and Binance launched the Binance card in Argentina. Argentina is the first country in Latin America to have the card, and MasterCard goes on to say, quote, users can enjoy a seamless transaction in which their cryptocurrencies are converted to fiat currency in real time at the point of purchase, as well as earn up to 8% in crypto cash back on eligible purchases and enjoy zero fees on ATM withdrawals. Robin, obviously this is bullish.
Absolutely. Where's US's version of this, man?
What I was gonna ask, are you why Argentina? Is it because their inflation's high? Is it because their economy's? Well,
I think if you're just looking at it at what customers or which consumers or which users in their ecosystem are going to use their product, I would imagine Argentina is probably the top of the list. I mean, they had I think over 20% inflation this year as well.
Yeah.
And so you have massive adoption of cryptocurrency in Latin America and South America particularly. And so it only makes sense. Give it to the people that want it. Because let's not kid ourselves. I say I would love to have a Binance MasterCard that I earn 8% cash back in crypto. But you know that if you ran it here in the US, it'd be kind of gimmicky. You know what I mean?
What do you mean gimmicky? Like how?
Well, no, people would use it, but they wouldn't rely on it. You know, people would get it that are in crypto that have the accounts just to say they have it. But
Bro, it would be essentially
I'm not saying it's not good. I'm just saying that like the people of Argentina can use it to basically bank themselves and to circumvent inflation, and they can use it to have a better life and a better
Is this
financial stability.
Is this a smart move, taking it to a country that is in some sort of economic turmoil?
Yeah, that's what I'm
And
saying. It's literally
They can look at the numbers and say,
'Cause
look
if
how
you-
successful it was. Work the bugs out.
yeah. You take it to the market that needs it the most.
I mean, I can think of a few other markets that need it more.
Then Latin America with the highest inflation in the
Argentina?
world.
I don't even think Argentina has. Go to Venezuela. Those poor people can't even afford.
That's what I'm
food.
saying. Venezuela, Argentina, those are all in kind of the same basket. I know they're different countries. I'm not sitting here trying to say they're the same, but they all share a very similar problem. Is with out of control inflation, a currency that nobody really wants to use, with price fluctuation all over the place. And if you have a means to circumvent it or protect your savings, your hard-earned money by using cryptocurrency, then it's probably the best place to go. Honestly,
Are we at a point now? But hear me out. Me personally, my crypto, I would have a hard time spending it on something like a cup of coffee or dinner.
But that's what I'm saying. These people are literally using it to get by. We're using it to invest in our future. These people are using it.
So then when is it going to come here? Are they going to wait until the narrative
The thing
shifts?
is you can't just roll it out globally. You know,
No, I get that. I'm just saying, at one point, you think 2 years? If it all goes well, in 2 years, are they going to wait till the narrative
Well,
shifts?
before the last bull run, it was like a pipe dream to even have one card, and now you see there's like I think there was in MasterCard's portfolio, I think there was like 30 different crypto related cards. You know, crypto.com, handful.
I think
of other
crypto.com was Visa.
Either way, MasterCard and Visa, but MasterCard particularly, were partnered with a lot of people, and in say like 2018, I don't they might have been like one or two. There wasn't anybody. So I mean, if you look at how quick this space has grown over the last 4 years, it is absolutely rocketed. And so if you were to take that net increase percentage and add it to the 30 that we have now, or 60 or wherever we're at, and you increase it 30-fold with 30-fold market adoption, I mean, next bull run, I mean, we're not talking about Argentina. We're just talking about, hey, MasterCard just crossed $50 billion worth of transactions in 1 month. You know, we're not talking about a card coming out in a nation in South America. We're talking about supplanting the traditional financial system. We're talking about replacement of the rails that we know as of right now. Cosmos Whale. Hola! Welcome, Sin City Crypto.
Cosmos was, when I heavily started investing in crypto, Cosmos was my biggest buy when I first started. I got in Cosmos at like $4. Sold it, of course, when I got to 20, but yeah. Welcome to the channel, guys. We have a lot of people watching. If you're new, please say hello. We like to stay engaged with our community. You can tell from the chat, these guys are constantly communicating with each other. That's what we're looking to build here at Sin City Crypto. Make sure you say hello, make yourselves comfortable. Welcome, and let us welcome you into our community. We'd love to do that.
You can jump in on the Discord too if you want to keep talking about some topics.
Our Discord's growing, but we have a fun Discord. It's a fun vibe. That's all I'm saying. It's a fun vibe. You're going to get good crypto info. Plus, you're going to have a lot of fun. Okay, so we know it's bullish. Let's move on. Some maybe not so bullish news. Over 50% of all Bitcoin trades on exchanges are fake. This is sourced from Finbold and Forbes. So Forbes did a study. An investigation on 157 crypto exchanges came to the conclusion that around 51% of the daily trade activity recorded for Bitcoin was mostly fake. The widespread practice of wash trading, which is a kind of phony or fake volume, and the lack of adequate oversight across crypto exchanges are two of the most prevalent criticisms leveled against Bitcoin. This is also probably the biggest reason Gary Gensler is not passing the spot ETF. What is wash trading? It is entering into or purporting to enter into transactions to give the appearance that purchases and sales have been made without incurring market risk or changing the trader's market position. It's essentially a way to get around paying tax. Companies like Binance, Mexi Global, and Bybit are examples of some of the largest issue areas when it comes to phony volume. Are you surprised, Robin?
No, not in the slightest. This is common practice. I mean, think about it. Maybe the likes of Binance or Coinbase might be exempt of this, but who knows? Maybe it's a systemic problem that's across all exchanges. But let me tell you, these smaller exchanges, or say medium-sized exchanges that tend to offer a lot of leverage trading, they are highly incentivized to push a boulder over the cliff. Remember, all of these trades that are opened up with leverage that have a liquidation point, that's all public knowledge. You can go on the website and look to see where liquidation points are. And so if we can see it, you know that the founders or people that are in charge of the exchanges, they can see it as well, obviously. And so if they're in a position where they're like, hey, man, Bitcoin is at, say, 21.5. But if it hits 21.4, we liquidate 3 positions, which will probably cause cascading liquidations, which would liquidate also the people at 21.2, people at 29, and so on and so forth. So they're incentivized to put in a artificial buy or sell order. And think about it. If they have the order books there and they have the Bitcoin on hand, nothing stopping them from buying or selling. In traditional markets, in Wall Street particularly, this is, as you mentioned, known as wash trading. And there are many examples of early days of Wall Street that this was common practice. And there is oversight with the SEC. So, I mean, there are stop gaps there.
Well, Rob, protections. Okay, so the Gary Gensler, right? There's a few reasons. The 2 big reasons why he's not allowing a spot ETF. One of them is this manipulation in the market. Second is he wants these exchanges. He wants Bitcoin, a majority of Bitcoin that's traded. He wants them to be on exchanges that are registered with the SEC. But what people are saying is this whole wash trading thing and what Gary's worried about with manipulation and this thing's not regulated. If you pass a spot ETF, it'll solve all of this. Are you in that camp or
no? It doesn't. It doesn't stop. If you pass a spot Bitcoin ETF, it doesn't stop what the exchanges are doing. At the end of the day, the exchange wants to put in a fake buy order to lower the to inflate the price or sell order to deflate the price. Having a spot Bitcoin ETF has no correlation to that. It doesn't. Maybe less people are on the exchange because they're trading on the Wall Street. You can make that case, but it doesn't change at root cause the practices done by the exchanges. What I would say is that the regulation doesn't need to be in the form of changing the landscape. We've seen insider trading being regulated in crypto. There's no change to the structure that we have. There's insider trading in crypto. There's insider trading in Wall Street. They're both charged in the same way, even though you can even though there's been no changes in regulation, you can still charge somebody for insider trading, even though it's on a crypto exchange. So you can do the same thing if you're gonna prosecute somebody for wash trading on Wall Street, taking the same premise. If you can prosecute somebody for insider trading, I'm sure you can prosecute them for wash trading as well. And everything is public on the blockchain. So I think this could be avoidable. And I think if the SEC stop going after projects that they deem a security and maybe more or less try to regulate the exchanges that have fraud practices, I mean, it's all there front and center. So,
dude, the Dow is down 800 points.
Jesus. Yeah, I was looking at the markets are tumbling, and when I tell you,
let's take a peek. Let's go. And
taking a look here at my laptop, we got Nasdaq down Nasdaq is down over 3.29%. We started the show, it was at 2.8, 2.9. Dow Jones is just straight getting obliterated.
And guys,
S&P 500 is down 2.7%.
That's almost $12 trillion.
Yeah,
that's $12 trillion. The
S&P 500 is
44 trillion.
It was 44 trillion at the height of the market. It's probably at 38 trillion right now.
38 trillion.
So 2% of that.
Just call it 40 trillion. 4 times 3. Almost $10 trillion has literally been wiped out in the S&P 500 today.
No. 10 trillion would be a 25% drawdown. That's 2.7%.
38 trillion. 1%. You're right.
He's like $10 trillion. It went from 40 to
My bad.
30.
You know what? I was actually really good at math. But today,
I'm just sitting there on my
I'm not
Davis
very good
stock,
at math. We always joke I'm the math guy, but apparently not.
So-
And the VIX too. The VIX is up 14%. Volatility index. So not good.
So yeah, guys, I'm telling you, and ladies, we are gonna be in some really ugly
But
territory.
Robin,
What's up?
Bitcoin's at $20,700 when the Dow was down 800 points. That's not bullish to you?
No, not at
How
all.
is
We
that
were
not
at
bullish
20. We
to
were
you?
at, okay.
We were at
We were at
21.5.
21.7 24 hours ago.
$1,000.
David, the stock Nasdaq's down 3.25%.
Yes.
Bitcoin is down.
But don't look at
4%.
percentages, Robin. When
What else
NASDAQ-
am I supposed to look at?
When NASDAQ is typically down 3.2%, Bitcoin's down like 8, 9,
It's
10%.
never. It has not been a 1-for-1 correlation. It is not.
It's never been. I know,
it's a
but-
push in the market. It's a snowball. The Wall Street will close and Wall Street will close in 2 hours. Bitcoin will keep trading all weekend. So you want to make the case that Bitcoin did well while the Nasdaq went down. Then let's have that conversation on Monday, because this right here will not hold up. We will be at 19,000, 18,000 by Monday. I promise you that.
You promise? You
yes,
promise?
Yes, 100%.
Rocco, make a
100%
note of
promise.
that. He promises.
But nothing's 100%.
Okay.
But my promise is 100%. My promise is 100%. It's like 80% of the time I'm right 100% of the time.
Right. Sure. We have here at Sin City Crypto, we like to shout out our community first and foremost, and we also like to celebrate milestones. I think we hit 100 viewers, which for our channel having 20
viewers. I didn't hit 100 viewers, do we?
We hit 100?
Almost. Getting there.
Anyways, we couldn't have done this without our community. We are a very community-driven channel. We love our community. We always try to stay engaged. So thank you guys. None of this would be possible without you. We love you. Also, if you're new here, please say hello.
When we crack over 100 viewers, bro, we're going to open up the club again. We're going to do this two times.
No, we're not.
We're going to do it 2 times.
We're not opening up the club again.
I'm
There's
bringing
too
out
much to
my
go over.
sign again, too, bro.
No, you're not. Okay, sign is fine.
hit
We're
the
not
like
opening
button,
up the
guys.
club again. Rocco, please, seriously. People are here for content, okay? They don't need 2 clubs. All right. So China, who has been very, what's the opposite of pro-crypto?
Against crypto.
Has been very con-crypto. They've been against cryptocurrency. They banned mining. They banned crypto to make way for the digital yuan. Well, guess what? Beijing discloses their 2-year plan for the metaverse development. The development program will integrate technical approaches like 3D visualization and geographical information system. The districts are expected to create technological infrastructure at the different city levels, utilize fields like tourism, promote digital education, and provide human and financial support in building a virtual reality. And this is what it looks like. This is a source, by the way, source from the South China Morning Post. The picture was. What are they doing? China, what are you doing? You want the metaverse, you don't want crypto. You want a digital yuan, you don't want stable coins. You are building a metaverse on top of the blockchain that requires stuff like mining, some do, and you ban mining. What is it? Make up your mind.
So I'm a big video game guy, right? And I don't know if you know this, but do you know what it takes to publish a video game? They have to get approval from the government. And so you can't as a company go and put out a video. Well, you can make a video game, but you can't publish it until the governing body for video game content agrees to it. And on top of that, you're only allowed to play at certain times of the day, and to play online. You're only allowed to play at certain times of the day, after school, and at certain times during the weekend. Just to
yeah, I'm getting a lot of hate right now, dude. Okay, all right. Daniel said we get to 102, we opening up. David can sit in the car.
We got Broke Yoshi gifted out 5 more memberships. So Broke Yoshi, muchas gracias. For those of you that are new members here, we are What you laughing at?
Everyone wants to. All right, if we get to 100, we'll open it up again.
All right, we open up this damn club. We get to 100. We're gonna see David's dance moves again.
I'm not dancing though.
You gotta get out of your chair and dance this time.
Hell no. I don't got pants on. I'm Kevin O'Learying right now.
Okay.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Okay. So
Also, Crypto Fanatic dropped the $5 piece here. We do got some new people in the chat real quick. RLS, he says he's new here. Hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto.
7 snipes. 8. Does that mean he's a gamer?
And then also we got We All the Way Up Crypto Trading.
We all the way up. All the way. I was a rapper one time.
Hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto.
Just kidding. I was not a rapper.
And then 7 Snipes also. Hola!
Also, guys, the gifted memberships are at random, so it's not like Broke Yoshi's picking. So they're random. I hope it goes to maybe one brand new person. That'd be cool.
Call me crazy.
Crazy.
I might wear the tinfoil hat this time, but I feel like China, because normally David's the conspiracy theory guy here. I feel like China is they're building the metaverse.
Don't be scared. Just
they're building the metaverse.
Don't be afraid to have an opinion.
To train their soldiers on the battlefield. I'm telling you, that's why they're doing it. They keep it all in the wraps.
Listen, a lot of people say the next war won't be a boots on the ground. It'll be a digital war.
You can literally learn how to fly a plane with Microsoft Flight Simulator. First of all, that game looks hella dope. Graphics are clean. But you can fly a plane just with that thing. You know that warfare is now done with drones, at least in the air, or at least it is shifting that direction.
Of course I've seen Top Gun,
The
bro.
new one? Pretty good. Now the new weapon of choice for aerial combat. And that training is all done via computers because obviously you're flying them with the virtual cockpits. And so I think that's the future right there. And you're going to start seeing training done with VR headsets.
Robin?
What's up? ¿Qué pasó?
We're getting political.
What?
Well, not really. Coinbase launches voter registration tool ahead of the November elections. This is sourced from Decrypt. This is a quote from Coinbase. The initiative will be rolling out resources to help users educate themselves on crypto issues, their elected members' positions, and how to get involved in the conversations. The article goes on to say, despite a no politics policy, the exchange is stepping in, calling the midterms, quote, the most important in crypto's history. The most important in crypto's history. Goes on. Coinbase also said, the leaders we elect in November will be making key decisions about how crypto, blockchain, and Web3 are regulated. We've heard loud and clear from our customers that they want to get involved in these debates and are looking for trusted resources, tools, and support to help them be heard. Robin, should Coinbase stay in their lane, or is this good?
This is troubling.
Troubling.
Yeah, this is a centralized company, publicly traded company, dabbling in the election system. Obviously,
How are they dabbling in the election system? They're giving resources to educate. So they're going to have a list. All right. If you're in Nevada, these are your Congress people. These are their stances on cryptocurrency. You want more resources? You want more information?
I know what you're saying.
But
it's a centralized company that if they were to make it easier for certain demographics to register to vote, they could sway an election, right? I mean, that was a big thing we saw in the last election. Dude, it was like this whole
elections have been being swayed on social media for years. Whether it's
so I'm not advocating it because it's a crypto company. If anybody should be assisting in voter registration.
Highlight that comment right there. B-Chad, highlight his comment. B-Chad, all the way on the bottom. 100%. 100%. You want to get rid of the elections were rigged, you want to get rid of the votes were counted correctly, do that thing on the blockchain.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say. If you want, well, here's the thing. If you want to make elections more transparent, more secure, Don't have a centralized exchange that is.
So then do what, Robin? Have people go on Facebook and
No,
type whatever they-
all you do.
That's what people do. They get their information from Facebook. They get their information
You're
from
literally
Twitter.
you're saying, highlight this guy's chat, highlight his blockchain,
Yes.
Algorand, Cardano, layer 1 chains. They should be the ones that are implementing voter style registration, perhaps vote tallying, counting, somebody that is not of the influence of the politicians. I mean, SEC can literally make Coinbase veer and turn in a certain direction by simply addressing, oh, hey, we're about to sue your ass. You can't sue a blockchain. You can sue the foundation. And so you don't need Coinbase messing around with politics.
They're literally just having resources on their platform. That's all they're doing. Now, if they go out and they start putting their opinion on it, sure. But if it's just like, hey, if you're in Nevada, these are your representatives. These are how they voted
They
on
are
crypto.
a crypto exchange. Why are they messing with voter registration? They don't. That isn't so far. Why don't they go start
is
selling
it's
hamburgers?
not messing
Why
with-
don't seriously? They are a crypto exchange, and you're advocating for them to help voter registration. Why? They can barely do KYC. They can barely stop getting sued, and now you want them to go over here. What do you want them?
Information. It is information.
They're a crypto exchange. They got order books. Why do they need to mess with
crypto exchanges don't have
no.
information? Crypto exchanges don't have information? Is that what you're saying?
They have information on their traders. They don't have information on the general public. If you want to,
Why are you so against
blockchain fixes
educating
it.
people?
All I'm saying is that crypto exchanges sustain their damn lane. They don't need to be messing around with voter registration. They don't. They do. There's billions of dollars in that market. It is a publicly traded company. They're constantly getting sued by the SEC.
Just go to Facebook, guys, where they're just gonna.
What does Facebook have to do with this?
That's where people go to get information. If I can go to Coinbase, and
The
I can
answer
look
is
at,
not Coinbase. You can't be like, well, you got
no one
option
else is
A.
stepping up. No one else is stepping up. No one else is stepping up. Where can you go to find, without having to go to 50 different places, and find where your representatives, how they voted on crypto bills?
The go-to place to find out voter information should not be Coinbase. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is that Coinbase, if you want some information from Coinbase, it should be on crypto and trading. You shouldn't be up there. You shouldn't go to Coinbase to figure out what parenting. You shouldn't go up to Coinbase to figure out like what items you can buy from WIC, from the welfare assistance program. Why the hell should you go to Coinbase for any information outside of crypto? It just speaks
It is
to
related
corruption
to crypto.
from top to bottom. It
It's
speaks
related-
to corruption, bro. And you know what? If you want voter registration information, go to DMV, go to the post office, go to websites.
DMV, go to post
But
office.
why
So
would you go to
practical.
Coinbase?
Because it's right there on your phone. You're using it every single day. Who the hell is going to go to the post office?
Why doesn't Yelp have it? I go on Yelp every day.
Good question. Why don't they?
Why don't we go to Apple
Good,
Maps?
that's a good
instead
question.
of open up Apple Maps, instead of telling me to turn right, it tells me where to go register
Leave
for
Apple Maps out of
for my voting. It's dumb, bro.
If you guys missed the Apple Maps conversation, you can check the video out if you're a member of the channel. Listen, all I'm saying, Rob, is yes. Why hasn't Yelp done it? Should they do it? Sure. Is Coinbase the perfect medium for this information? No, but they're the ones that stepped up and did it. That's all I'm saying. Okay. Can it turn into something that they manipulate? Sure. But until that point, I think this is good.
Gotta start somewhere. I want to remind also that Marky Mark dropped another 5 membership to everybody.
Marky Mark did too. Damn.
That's like 15 memberships.
Friday payday, baby. We are so if you're a member of the channel, first of all, thank you so much. Second, we do have members only videos, and because there's only 3 of us, we haven't really given the value that a $25 a month membership should warrant. So right now, if you're a whale member, you're literally just supporting the channel. We appreciate that, but we are working on some cool members only stuff, not just videos. So big shout out to our community. We appreciate you guys.
Okay.
That's all I got. Robin,
So just to take a look where we're at, we are still down 3.21% on NASDAQ. This thing might close at 3.5%, which is probably the highest drop this year. I'm not 100% sure, but and S&P 500 might be down 3% by the end of the day. That is ugly. Be very weary. We are probably gonna. I'm telling you, my sentiment. We are probably gonna be in the 18s and the 17s.
Okay, you know what? I want to know what the chat thinks. Chat, if you're with Robin and you think that we will be under 20K once Monday comes around, put a 1. If you're with me and you think this is actually bullish that Bitcoin's over 20,500 and going into Monday we will be over 20,000, put a 2. 1 for under 20,000, 2 for over 20,000. I want to know what you guys think. Because I'm looking at NASDAQ. What's the Dow Jones at? How much is the Dow Jones under? What was it? 800 points? 900 points?
Dow Jones is down 834 points.
Almost 1,000 points. Almost 1,000 points. And you're telling me Bitcoin's over 20,700.
I don't know why you're so hyped about Dow Jones, because S&P 500 is down more and NASDAQ's down more. The S&P 500 usually is the lowest. Usually NASDAQ and Dow Jones are more volatile than the S&P 500. So kind of surprised here that this is as high as it is. Dude, I'm telling you, man, teens, bro. Teens.
Looks like it's kind of split in the split down the middle. That's what it looks like.
I'm gonna do a poll so it can actually be a little more accurate.
Okay, there you go. Yeah. So Rocco just created a poll. By the way, if you're not familiar with Rocco, show them who you are.
Hey, ragazzi, I'm
This
Rocco.
is the Don of Las Vegas. The Don. His family built this city. So you show
And they
some
left me
respect to
out.
the Don.
He built this city.
Okay, I do have a breaking news, an announcement. In the merch store, I just had a new shirt.
You did.
It's the Dawn shirt.
What?
Yeah.
All right, Robin. Oh, the Don shirt. Or you know what?
No, at the end.
Where's it at? Where's it at?
You know, I got it.
I got
You
it.
got
I
it?
got it.
We got to see this. Yeah, so if you're new to the channel, welcome again. Rocco, he is our business partner and our producer. And so none of this would be possible without him. Rocco, we love you.
Love you too, guys.
And then speaking of love, let's throw some love out to the chat here. We got B Chad from Malibu. He is new up in here. So hola! And also Crypto Freedom. Hola! Did I say something to Crypto Freedom earlier?
I don't know, but I think today's a special day. There's not enough Olas.
Justin Kraft, Mike Oxbig, we are slaves, and we got Christopher Vilia, and who else here? And so for all of you that are new, everyone that I just listed off, hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto.
Guys, here, let's take a look at the merch store here.
You want to take a look? Okay, go.
Yeah. By the way, this merch store is ran by the Don. He created everything. And so you can not only find just Sin City crypto stuff, but you can find just regular Bitcoin crypto. And this is some of the merch stuff we have on here. This backpack is super cool. I have one of those. The Don shirt right here. Is this it?
That's the one.
The Don.
Where's it at? Oh, dang!
The Don. I'm getting me one of those.
With the
getting one of those.
emoji, yeah?
Bigger. You can make it bigger if
Can
you
I?
click.
Control
just-
plus, right?
Yeah, no,
Or-
just the picture. Click on
Just
the
click
picture.
on the picture.
It should go
Okay.
bigger in there. So, Sin City Crypto, Don Rocco. And then you got
Dang.
that. Can't go wrong with that.
Mariano.
There we go.
So, yeah. So if you
Why
want
does the
some,
model look so mad? Did he just check his portfolio?
No, because
Probably. Why did you piss him off, bro?
I just give the shirt to put it on, and then I said, I'll take it back. I was mad.
And then yeah, go check it out. There's some cool stuff on there. There's David shirt, Robin shirt, Ola shirt. By the way, if you have a significant other that is a lady, the quality of these sports bras and
Yeah, the stuff
the
is
yoga
good,
pants
yeah.
are great. My wife has them. She loves it. So anyways, Robin,
And then we did cross the 100-piece threshold. So
well, let's end it with
yeah, we'll end it with
that
that.
was cool.
It is supposed to play that way. But
Yeah, that's okay. So we can go to there we go. I am done. I don't have anything else to talk about. Rob, anything else you want to talk about?
That's it, man.
That's
It's
it.
cool that we. This is actually the first time we've crossed 100 viewers in
Yeah,
our
big shout
show.
out. Big shout out to
We launched this channel about a year ago.
yeah. Why don't we tell them? Why don't tell new people a little bit about ourselves?
So if you're new here and you want to know a little bit about us, so we are an entertainment-focused cryptocurrency channel. We say it at the beginning of all of our shows, and everybody says that. I think every crypto channel I've seen,
edutainment, right?
they call it edutainment, as some people say, or entertainment-focused, or we try to bring you. Anyways, we're actually delivering, and we argue. It's all real. It's all platonic. It ain't fake. We don't script our issues and our differences and our points of view. That's what I enjoy about doing the show the most is that it doesn't really matter what argument I make. If David doesn't agree with me and vice versa, we ain't gonna lay down on this one.
Yeah.
And it is all too common for a team of let's say YouTubers. I mean, you can go to other media platforms, but it's all too common for you to go and watch someone else's YouTube channel where we have a group of people that are all saying the same thing. And not to say that there's anything fundamentally wrong with that. However, you are closing the door on perspective and outside opinion. And when you get personalities that share different opinions, that will do due diligence and research in different directions than in one uniform direction of bullish or bearish, you discover more. You learn more about projects at hand. You learn more about the personalities that are speaking to you as well. And so it's been a year. It'll be a year next month.
We did our official launch in at the end of December. We moved into our studio in what was it?
November.
January?
November we moved
December.
into the studio. But we first started the idea, the concept, and filming. That was done in September of last year. So we're right here on that. So it is a year, and so we've grown pretty substantially since then. And you can look at the numbers and say, okay, whatever. But we've grown a lot because the crypto community is at attention.
Yeah.
Content creators, they paying attention. They see us coming. I'm damn proud of what we built, man. We got a sexy ass studio, and we got some pretty cool hosts, producer.
Thanks,
cool.
Robin.
Thank you.
Robin is the king of giving backhanded compliments. But you know what? I'd rather take a backhanded compliment.
I was gonna say that we got some sexy co-hosts here, but that would be plural. Boy, look this way.
Also, I want to mention that I'd like to thank you guys for the opportunity to be here. I don't have a lot to say because, of course, you're front of the camera, but I really want to thank you publicly to give me an opportunity to be here. And I know this is the future, and we come up with a very nice product here, and people love it, and they show us today that they love us back. So,
Rob, we appreciate you and we love you. Funny story, real quick, okay? And I don't know if you believe, if you're a faithful person, if you believe in God, or if you don't, I don't really care about that. But if you believe things happen for a reason, Robin met Rocco at a BitBoy meetup. Literally, Rocco, Stereo 2 in the chat is Rocco.
yeah.
He was in our chat when we had 3 viewers doing live streams. And our producer, our ex-business partner, left. And Rocco, I don't know how that conversation went. We brought Rocco in here, and the rest is history. None of this would be possible without Rocco. We love Rocco. He's amazing. And we love our community the most. And so if there's one thing you're new here, there's one thing you could take away from.
Hey, I'm just saying, man, sorry.
No, you're good. I was going to say, the one thing, if you can take one thing away, is we will always be engaged with our community, no matter how big we get, whether it's in Discord, through chats, whatever the case may be. We are planning, we are working, and we will build the best community in all of crypto. And that is my promise to everyone. That's all I got. Let's wrap this thing up.
Yep.
You
All
got
right. I'm just gonna say, we were excited because we're at 100 because you know what, we streamed for, was it like 3 months with 0 viewers?
Yeah.
Or sometimes it was 1 or 2 viewers, but it's usually my wife or your wife.
You guys would be surprised, when you say, YouTube channel, if you do it the right way, you'd be surprised how much time and money and effort it really, really takes. So it's no feat, but.
So tomorrow we will be out at the NFT convention, NFT and Metaverse. It's in downtown Las Vegas. If you've been to Las Vegas, but you have not visited the downtown or the historical area of Las Vegas, I do recommend you check that out. You can see what Vegas looked like in the 70s and 80s before all of the mega casinos. And, you know, just kind of like most cities, it is making a resurgence. The historical part of the town is kind of the trendy place to hang out at and get some cool crafty cocktails. So that's where we're going to be at. We're going to be on location with some cameras. So make sure if you didn't get a chance to hit the notification bell, do that so you don't miss any of our videos. We're not sure if we're going to post them this weekend. Might do some video editing. Might be something we just share with you on Monday.
We got a lot of good stuff coming, you guys. So you're definitely going to want to be subscribed. You want to tune in. We're not going to do our regular outro. We're going to end with a clip. Before we do, though, make sure you guys come back Monday through Friday, 10:30 a.m. Vegas time, a.k.a. Pacific time. We do a live show every single day. On that note, Rocco, open up the club.
Club.
Bo, gotta hit 100 viewers. What happened to our confetti, bro?
Where's the music at?
There it is. Rocco, turn the music down.
Rocco, where's the music?
I don't
The
know.
knob at the top that says nightclub.
Man,
It's done.
we can't leave like this.
Just run the normal outro.
We're on the
music.
normal
Let's go.
outro.
Let's go.
All right. Friends, family, friends of family, and family of friends. We thank you so much for spending your Friday with us here at Sin City Crypto. On behalf of myself, Robin, and the Don, we love you guys. We will see you on Monday. Have a great weekend. Until then, peace. Don, you fucking that.
Everything is okay here. Somebody spilled my coffee. You know, Dave told me, why you do an Italian accent on top of the Italian accent?
Robin.
That was Robin? Okay.
Are the mics live?
Yeah, they're live. Yeah.
Guys, Rocco did an Italian accent on top of his Italian accent. It was great. Do we have a video of that, by the way?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Also, guys, if you're new here, man, subscribe. Give us a 5-day trial. If you don't like us, you can unsubscribe.
Love you guys. Have a good weekend.
By the way, for the pool, we never announced the pool for Monday. The prediction is yes, 57%. 39% say no, so Bitcoin won't be under 20, and 4% say I don't care. Thank you.